Hello, welcome to another episode of Thy Truth. I'm Efemena M. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about miscommunication and misunderstandings in a relationship. This is a very important topic for me, and I'm guessing for others, some, because a lot of times we aren't able to understand our partners. We misunderstand them, or there's some sort of miscommunication. And this is because we, most times, not knowing your partner's love language can lead to miscommunication. It can lead to you misunderstanding yourselves, and especially in how you express and receive love. So that's where I'm going to focus in on knowing your partner's love language and how not knowing your partner's love language can lead to miscommunication and misunderstandings if not properly expressed. I'm going to give some examples, and I will sometimes I like to relate it to past experiences and situations I have seen and heard about. Sometimes it's just simple misunderstandings. You could say fairly simple misunderstandings and miscommunication. I call these two, misunderstandings, miscommunication, silent killers in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship and you're having misunderstandings and miscommunication due to the fact that your partner doesn't understand your love language, then I think you should just sit back, listen, and hopefully this would help. I had people say to me, yeah, I did everything for her, or I did everything for him. I gave all my love. I loved them so much. But yet there is this miscommunication. There's still this misunderstanding in the relationship. I've talked about love languages before in past episodes, but I cannot stress enough the need and importance to know and understand your partner's love language. It is so crucial. It is so important in any relationship, especially the long-term relationships. In fact, in any relationship, I would say, knowing and understanding your partner's love language could lead to simple things that would create a fuss. It just makes things a lot easier. It makes things a lot clearer, and it just brings both parties closer, much closer. Let's talk about number one love language, words of affirmation. Now, if your partner values words of affirmation, but you don't know this, you're unaware of it, you might not express your love and appreciation through verbal compliments, causing them to feel like they might feel undervalued, they might feel unloved. They may think that your lack of words is a sign of you not being interested in them. They might think that when you don't express it, you don't say it, then you don't love them. Yes, you might do other things, and in your mind you think, well, I show him love, I show her love, but that's not how they want to receive love. For example, imagine your partner constantly telling you how much they appreciate your efforts, but you rarely reciprocate with similar verbal affirmations. You don't respond or reciprocate that affirmation. That can lead to the feeling of insecurity and doubt about your love for them. If I always tell you how I feel about you, if I always tell you, oh, you look so good today, oh, I love the shirt, I love the shoes, and for some reason you never reciprocate or tell me, even if others would say, oh, you look good today, but you will never say it to your partner, there is no way that they can read your mind. Even if you give the look is not enough. They want to hear you say it. They want to hear the words, because they would start to feel like they're not good enough, like they're not beautiful enough, like they don't feel good in your presence. They just don't feel themselves because you're not saying the words. Some people want to hear the words. Some people want to express or want you to express your love and appreciation through verbal compliments, through words. So if you're not doing that, if you don't know that your partner loves that, then it could lead to a lot of miscommunication and a lot of misunderstandings. Number two, quality time. If your partner's primary love language is quality time, not knowing this is what they like or what they want, quality time, this can cause problems when you don't prioritize spending meaningful uninterrupted time together. It can lead to them feeling overlooked in the relationship. They don't feel important enough to you. Let's say you're always preoccupied with work, or you're always preoccupied with a hobby. You'd love to play games with your friends or go out with your friends. You prefer to be occupied with other commitments, and as a result, you really make out time to engage in activities together. Your partner will start to feel lonely. It's just how it is. Your partner will feel lonely and will question your commitment to the relationship. It's just what it is. Number 3, acts of service. Now, if acts of service are your partner's love language and you are not aware of this, you don't know that acts of service is your partner's love language, this could lead to a lot of problems. You might not realize that, small gestures like helping out with the household chores or running errands for them would, this could make all the difference. It holds significant value to them. If you don't do that, it will leave them feeling unappreciated. I mean, we've seen movies and we've seen some, not even movies, real life. It probably has happened to a few of us, where one person is feeling like you're not doing enough for them. Sometimes you hear the woman say, I wish you could just help. I wish you could just help with the laundry, or while I'm cooking, you're doing something else. The act of service to some people goes a long way. It's their love language. It's how you show them that you love them, by just doing small gestures for them, to them. I'll be practical now. Your partner has a hectic schedule. Let's say they're overwhelmed with balance in work and personal life. Even though you really care about them, you fail to offer support through acts of service, leaving them feeling unsupported, leaving them feeling misunderstood. Of course they would feel like you're not supporting them. Of course they would feel unappreciated. And it's important to know this. If this is your partner's love language, if acts of service is your partner's love language, then do it. Just do this to avoid miscommunication and misunderstandings. Number 4, physical touch. Oh my. Whew. Okay. Now, if physical touch is your partner's primary love language and you're not aware of it, you will sometimes unintentionally create a distance between you. You would create that distance by not initiating affectionate gestures or providing enough physical intimacy. Your partner will start to feel unloved. Your partner will start to feel like you don't care. They will start to question the connection between you. If physical touch is your partner's primary love language, just saying the words, it's not enough. It's not enough. Sometimes your partner might crave physical touch, might want you to hold your hand. They want cuddling, and they want other forms of non-sexual physical intimacy. However, if you lack that awareness, if you lack the awareness of knowing that your partner, this is what they want, this is their primary love language, and you really engage in these acts of, touching and holding hands and the rest of it, it will lead them to feel physically and emotionally disconnected. And of course, it could lead to misunderstandings, miscommunication, and at the end, maybe no relationship at all. Number 5, receiving gifts. Now, not knowing that your partner values receiving gifts as a way of feeling loved can result in missed opportunities to show your affection through, thoughtful gifts or thoughtful presents. This could leave them feeling like they're not important, like you're overlooking them, like you don't appreciate them, like you're taking them for granted. It could lead to a lot of things. Let's say your partner enjoys small surprises. They appreciate, thoughtful gifts without them asking. You just surprise them, and you don't realize that this is significant for them, which can lead to the feelings of insignificance and disappointment. So if you don't realize that your partner enjoys these, small surprises here and there, it could lead to them feeling, she doesn't love me enough. She doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. At the end of the day, misunderstandings and miscommunication. Finally, in conclusion, I would say this. Understanding your partner's love language is so crucial. It's so important, because if you do not understand your partner's love language, you're going to cause problems in a relationship. You're going to cause a lot of problems. It could lead to miscommunication, misunderstandings, and emotional needs not being met. It's important to have an open and honest conversations to discover your partner's love language and to accommodate each other's love languages for a stronger relationship and a more fulfilling connection. If you're in a relationship and you have no idea what your partner's love language or languages are, I think it's time to do some digging. And if you're in a relationship, you do know what your partner's love languages are, or the primary love languages, and you're not putting that effort, then you're okay with the misunderstandings you're facing. Because without a doubt, it might look like it's working for a bit, but after some time, your partner is going to get frustrated. Your partner is going to feel unappreciated. They're going to feel like you're not putting in enough effort. They're going to feel disconnected from you. They're going to feel, yes, just saying the words, oh, I will do anything for you, I love you, I've done this for you and that, and not really understanding what works for them and how they are, what their languages are, could lead to a lot of problems in the future in your relationship. Just discover each other, discovering each other, not just one way, each other's love languages. And because I would say I've been in situations where a partner not understanding my love language has led to relationships going down the drain. So talk about it. And hopefully things goes well. I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening. Do stay tuned. I'm Efemena M, and this is Thy Truth. Meet you again at another episode of Thy Truth. Finding your truth with Efemena.